What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime I drop a new video. Now, this video is by The Black Girl Brief. It is about breakup because of OnlyFans. Get you some manners. It's an older video, but I'm definitely want to do a reaction to this because some of the stuff they saying is pure lunacy, and I want y'all to see what y'all think. So let's not waste no more time and get into it, all right?
So there's this big post, which is supposed to be here, about this woman who gave up her relationship for her OnlyFans account. So from the looks of it, the video, if you've seen the video, the couple are arguing, and she wants to know, the woman wants to know why her boyfriend broke up with her. And he says, because you made an OnlyFans account and I told you not to. And then she says, so are you gonna pay my bills? And then the video cuts out. So what you been seeing on Twitter? I'm not on Twitter.
Right. So a lot of the responses are basically centered around, who's right, who's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like acknowledging both sides, people are just picking a side. And so, men are typically saying, okay, I don't want a girlfriend with an OnlyFans account. Like it's okay that he doesn't want to date somebody that's an OnlyFans account. They don't want to date sex workers, and they have like certain standards, and they are allowed to abide.
Yeah, and for me, because my realm is more on Facebook, and then the Facebook group is where I saw it first, and a lot of the comments were basically focused on like, the woman had a point, like he wasn't gonna pay her bills, like,
right,
and he was not paying her bills, and that's what most of the conversation was centered around. And then the men,
Okay, not paying your bills, and you need to work to make some money. Why is it that OnlyFans is your go-to? Showing your flesh to the world is your go-to. Like, you have no other skill set? You dig?
and we're saying, well, so
Twitter is pick me
territory.
Yeah, so a lot of girls aren't gonna say, even though it's what they think, and that's not what they're gonna say because they're scared to get dragged.
What?
But on Facebook, anything goes.
Exactly.
It's funny how that phrase in a pick me comes up because you want to say, oh, it's pick me territory. But because they don't want to agree or align with your thought process that it's okay to jump online where the internet is forever and show their bodies, they're pick me's. It's ridiculous.
Been there. Anything
The
goes.
streets.
So, like, a lot of men were saying, like, women shouldn't be wanting to do this and should be having higher standards. And what about when this man said, what about when your daughter asks about where they got their toy from or something, and then you have to explore that you lose?
Now they're not gonna pay $35 to see her OnlyFans account.
The women on Facebook was like, so when do children ever ask where their stuff come from? Kids don't care.
No.
Kids don't.
I mean, I ain't got kids, but I never gave a damn.
But then we get into that word.
It's not about the kid. It was just an example because the kid probably ain't gonna ask about the toy. But what if they getting roasted at school because, oh yeah, your mom got an OnlyFans? Because trust me, it's coming. It's coming. Your mom got an OnlyFans. Yeah. I saw your mama nipples. Whatever. It's gonna happen. Then what you gonna do? Then what you gonna say? You feel me?
Standards. Like, men and their standards. It's weird. Men and their standards.
It's crazy what they want to set a boundary for.
Yeah.
It's crazy the things that they choose to have a standard about. I'm not a man, so. But I'm confusion.
It's amazing, right? So if a man has boundaries that they have set up, they want to down talk that. Oh, but dude got to have money, job, car, own living establishment, own living place. Got to be some type of physical fit. You know, this type of attitude got to be willing to let you blah, 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 as the list keeps growing and growing. But if he has any, it's funny what they choose to have standards about. Yeah. Wow.
OnlyFans accounts and standards. I don't know how having an OnlyFans
Equates to low standards.
right, like women are devalued once they create an account. Like you log in your information and you are now a prostitute.
Right, and I keep making a point. There can be a girl having the same number of partners, having the same amount of sex for free every day, in and out on the streets doing her thing. And the moment that a girl gets online and does it, now she's a criminal, even though might have less partners. Actually, she could just be doing solo videos. She can be sending feet pics. You don't have to have sex on OnlyFans. You can sell anything. So how does that, like, if she's over there doing it for free and she's over there doing it for money, I don't understand how their standards are different. And if anything, you should she got an entrepreneur spirit. Like,
Okay, look, let's keep it all the way real, because this is insane. If one is doing it for free, they're stupid. And if the other one is doing it to get paid, that's sex work. Either way, this should not be your choice of path to take when you're talking about making money. And to say entrepreneurship or an entrepreneur because they decided to show their body to the world, and you had dudes that were thankfully thirsty enough to pay for it, makes you an entrepreneur. You're not creating anything. You're just showing something that you grew up with. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about back to the eggplant challenge. Yeah, women was enjoying seeing it, but if women were in relationships, they were not allowing a man to do that. Period. Go back and look. You can probably still find it somewhere. They were not with it. You not finna show my goods off to the world. And everybody understood it. But now when men are saying, don't go on OnlyFans showing my stuff to the world. Oh, I mean, I don't get why you would even say. I mean, ain't that an entrepreneur? No, it's not. An entrepreneur creates things, creates businesses, and then hires other people to work in those businesses. He puts people on, or she puts people on, where they start making money. And it just keeps growing through the economy. The comparisons. Where is your actual skill set?
Like, you should like that. She's getting some money.
And like Pornhub is in a whole industry. Like, who do y'all think these women are behind these cameras?
I guess they
just can't be your girlfriend. The women behind the cameras that you think yo and yo can't be.
But the thing is, a lot of guys are saying that we're gold diggers, we're this, that, the other. When we seek out relationships, we don't build. I saw another post the other day saying that women don't build, they just move in. So, like, according to you all, we don't make money. We only want guys with money. We don't have anything. But if these are the people with money, clearly these are the girls buying houses, cars, like, they have the finances, but those are the ones that you don't want to date. But you keep saying that your standard is a girl who has something going for herself. That's something going for yourself.
I figured it out. The slow music and the way they trying to talk all soft is literally trying to put me in a genjutsu. I know it. They really trying to use the Sharingan on me. I think they've been kicking it with Sasuke too much or something, because there is no way that is something going for yourself. I mean, man, this society is so screwy, because you didn't go get a job. You didn't build a business. You just showed your body online. Why can't they get, like, I don't understand why that can't be understood. And men are territorial. So what makes you think a dude is comfortable with his girl showing it online? Now, if he says he's comfortable and he's okay with that, then that's on him. But majority of men are not okay with that. Because eventually what happens? They end up breaking up for whatever reason, or he ends up cheating on her, whatever. Oh, man. I need to break this spell because this is ridiculous.
Just with that being said, we always accept that two things can be true at the same time. So, our collective viewpoint is that of many. I was telling her earlier, like, we understand that people set boundaries in their relationships, and that's between them two. We don't have anything to say about that. We don't. So we feel like they're both valid. If he don't want to date a sex worker, assuming that she is, because just because you do OnlyFans does not mean that you're a sex worker. But if he doesn't want to date a sex worker, he doesn't have to.
Obviously, she ain't watched the documentary where they actually talked about the comparisons with OnlyFans and the people who were sex workers that are in the industry now doing this, and people like Bella Hadid who made $1 million in 24 hours and they went off because they was like, you haven't put in the work and you didn't actually go nude. You didn't do anything of the sex work that we have to do in order to make our money. You see what I'm saying? Let's just keep going.
And if she wants to make her money the way she wants to make her money, she can do that. And those things clash in relationships. This thing is a valid argument, but don't think that this conversation is not about women, the policing of how they choose to make their money, and also entering into relationships where men respect what they do. Because that's a lot of what we're seeing. We're not having a conversation about,
what?
You know, why did he feel like he had to say, no, you can't have an OnlyFans account. Like, where does that come from?
Oh my God. This is insanity. The man has a right to have standards. He has a right to say what he won't deal with. Period. And it matters because if you a girl who been ran through in the streets and you get with a dude and his homeboys be like, I done ran through her, and y'all go to a party, she done slept with half of the people in the party. It's gonna be awkward, right? So in order to avoid that, you avoid people who done been ran through in the streets. So if you a dude who got a girl and you say, don't get no OnlyFans account because I don't want my people seeing it. Because why? They're gonna come at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to lay this down. So you go and get it. Why? Because you're an independent woman. He's not paying your bills because y'all just dating. So why should he have to pay your bills? That's the thing that people talk about. But also, you going and doing that now guarantees that he would never pay your bills because he don't want to be with you. You see what I'm saying? She showed what she was. You set standards to see if people are going to actually work with those standards. If they choose to bypass those standards and do what they want, then that lets you know to move on. Why does it matter? Man, fucking loony. I guarantee you they have standards about certain things. And if the person be like, well, why does it matter? They're going to have a reason for it. Where is the insane asylum, man? How do these people get loose? I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't know, because I was asking myself the same question. Like, we have this has been made apparent time and time again on social media, especially Twitter, because that's just where I'm at most of the time. But I have never once seen a role reverse. I have never once saw a woman say, I will not date him because he has an OnlyFans. And I mean, men do have OnlyFans. I don't know why people don't think that.
Look at the percentage rate. Look at how many women are OnlyFans versus men. And look at who's actually watching those men's OnlyFans. Because I can guarantee you, women don't just go around paying for it. They already get the stuff for free. Free D-pics all the time. And it drives them nuts. You can ask a lot of women these questions. And they're going to tell you, man, I hate getting those things. But you mean to tell me that the equivalency is for men and women on OnlyFans? They out of their rabbit minds, boy, I tell you.
But men do have OnlyFans. Like, they have something for everybody. So even like partners, whether you're male, female, male, like, I don't see this happening with anybody else but the male and female. And it's always male towards females. I don't want you doing that, but I have never seen a role reverse.
I saw a post today that said that somehow somebody said, she said, for some reason men can sell drugs and make money illegally and tear apart the community and kill folks, and somehow one can't flip their game on
I saw that.
Yes.
No!
I'm trying to process this. So OnlyFans, see, this is where you realize they're trying to justify a situation by comparing stuff that is not comparable is at an all-time high. How do you compare drugs, violence, destruction of a community as the same of going on the internet showing your body and saying that men are actually okay with it, and now all of a sudden they've got morals?
Wow.
Stupid. I can't believe it. I really can't. I really can't believe that they would really think that this is an equivalent. Men, women, children do not care for any of the destruction that goes on in the black community. They don't like it. They don't like the drug dealers. They don't like the shooters. They don't like none of the violence. Name one person that's actually a fan of that. I'll wait. Now, the only person who's a fan of it is the ones that's committing the terroristic threats against the against the community. So ain't nobody okay with it. Ain't never been okay with it, and now all of a sudden they got morals. You know. Wow. And it's like it's always men, women when it comes to saying I don't want you doing this. Yes, because I'm allowed to tell you what I don't want in my situation, in my relationship. I don't want that. Women do it all the time. Like, come on. They bugging. They bugging for real.
I was dying. I died.
But it's true.
Yes.
It's
No, it's
absolutely true. And I mean, we
Lies.
are kind of like forced to accept people where they are.
Mm-hmm.
But other people can't like accept us where we are. Like I said,
So a lot of people were saying
They
that
lying.
those two situations don't compare. Like being on OnlyFans and selling drugs and killing folks in the community is not the same thing. We know that. That's not what we're comparing. What we're comparing is people's reactions and what they accept within their relationships when they choose their partners. Because there's plenty of people who choose partners who do dangerous things, who risk their lives,
they're
who
dummies.
put them in compromising positions.
They're stupid.
And they're supposed to understand, but OnlyFans
No, they don't have
has this
to.
connotation that I don't know how it affects you, honestly. I mean, what affects you by somebody else doing whatever they choose to do on OnlyFans and getting their money?
Because it affects you too.
There's a such thing as having a healthy standard for yourself and doing so in a manner that doesn't make people feel bad for how they live in their life. Like, it's okay for you to have a
God.
standard.
I'm done. This is pure nonsense. Pure nonsense. It's destructive. My brain cells, I'm losing them as I kept watching it. My eyes have turned red. I've gotten tired, physically drained. I don't feel good. Oh my God, this is awful. Oh man. Yo, that's insane. Like you can't be upset at a man for having standards, and I'm gonna break up with you if you go against what my standard is. I'm not doing it, like, man. No, I'm good. I'm not dealing with you. That's within their right. I'm not dealing with you. You did something I told you not to do. I don't have to sit around and take this because if I allow this, then you'll do more. That's just what it is. Whew. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments sections. All right? Tell me what y'all thoughts are. All right, everybody? Peace.